Hey y'all, Grand Rising, good afternoon and good evening. I thank you for choosing to spend your time with me. Thank you in advance for your viewership and support. Y'all, my last few readings, and especially the live that I just did, I told you that it was going to get wild out here, okay? I told you guys that this situation was going to get more and more and more chaotic. And it has definitely lived up to that and more. And this is just the beginning. So today's reading is going to be a tap in on the energy between Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj. This is going to be called the pink print versus the blueprint. If you are in Wednesday's live, you already know that this reading is coming, okay? You knew that I was going to do this. So last night I got a message from a young lady in, I want to say one of my videos. She was saying, I need to come outside. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on. And I'm looking like, wait a minute, what are you saying? Like, what's the deal? Mind you, I was tired. I just, wrapped up my day, just got finished working. And I see that there's a girl who has joined the circle for the diss who's saying that she's Megan's sister. And she's going in on Nicki and definitely going in on Kenny, calling him, a pedo. And I'm like, oh, wow. Um, Now, she went in way worse than Megan. Ruby Rose made it official, and she put a stamp on it, and made an official comment since she was outed from her chat with friends or whatever that thing is called, y'all. And she made an official comment to let it be known that she feels some type of way towards Nicki. So all that I was telling you guys about the beefs and the sub beefs and people picking sides, it's already, coming to fruition. Just remember, I told you that just as quick as these people pick sides, it's going to be like playing a intense game of Uno. It's going to be skip, skip, reverse, reverse. This energy that people are filling out in the next, I want to say, possibly the next 4 to 6 weeks, it's going to switch again. By summer, there's going to be so much stuff that has been exposed. I'll even go as far as to say late spring. Because let's see, next month, March is between March and April, we're going into spring, right? So I'm going to say in the spring, so much is going to be exposed, and then it's just going to keep on and keep on and keep on going. So yeah, this is about to get super intense. The only thing that I can ask is that everybody keeps it on wax and this doesn't turn into a Little Kim and Foxy moment. And if you remember what happened at the radio station, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So without any further ado, I'm going to get the cards that I designated for Nicki. And I'm going to get a deck for Jay-Z and Rock Nation. I may possibly do a separate reading for Desiree, because she mentioned Desiree, personally said that Desiree Perez was trying to ruin her and her career and has been. It just seems quite interesting, guys, that's a name that just keeps popping up throughout a lot of places with a lot of strong accusations, okay? So I will say keep an eye out for Desiree. Now, I literally, guys, I was going to do this reading last night. I was tired and I didn't have it in me. Like, this is something that deserves your full attention. Let's see. I'll put a deck out for Desiree later. So let me start off with Jay-Z first. Everybody watching, if anyone feels like time stamping this reading, the reading is starting at 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Please and thank you. I greatly appreciate you. Let's start off with the energy of Jay-Z and Roc Nation. Let's start off with the blueprint. Since we all know Nicki using the pink print was paying homage to Jay-Z and the blueprint. Even though you're a hip-hop head, you know the blueprint comes from KRS-One. Just a little hip-hop history for you. Angels, ancestors, and heavenly guides of the highest heavenly order. Tap me into the energy around Jay-Z and Roc Nation and his energy surrounding this situation with Nicki. So off the bat, this is going to be interesting, okay? Now, mind you, this is a Sagittarius to a Sagittarius, so this is going to get spicy, y'all. So we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. He's firing at her money, okay? He wants to expose something about her money, the truth about her money. This is like wanting to break her money and also exposing that it's a possibility that she may not have what people think she has. Tell me more about this. Heartbreak and the Four of Pentacles. Now, that's an interesting combination because it starts off with like the energy of poverty and truth and like wanting to expose that somebody is broke or to break somebody and separate them from their money. But then it leads to financial stability and heartbreak. So it's like this turned around full circle in a way that they didn't expect. This was, I guess, supposed to clear her, bankrupt her, end her, and it's going to turn into a financial windfall. It's going to turn into financial stability. Okay? And, So, once again, interesting combination. You've got the Hangman and you've got the Four of Swords. The Hangman means that there was a glitch in the matrix here when it comes to laying something to rest or bringing something to an end. But just know when you lay something to rest, it could possibly be resurrected. Because this is the card of rest, doesn't mean a permanent end. So, being that this is falling under the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, it's showing me that, once again, bringing her to rest is like to cancel her, to affect her money. And the Hangman falls under the Ace of Swords. So that means that there is a truth that's come out or a truth that is coming out that is going to cause difficulty. Wounded Warrior, Nine of Wands. And this falls under the Three of Swords, which means that there is heartbreak coming attached to a situation with a wounded warrior. And what that tells me is this is all attached to a truth that is about to come out. What is this truth that's about to come out that's going to cause heartbreak that is attached to this wounded warrior? Because the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Cups, means somebody's going to have to walk away from not just a relationship, but possibly a situation or a plan. What is this? The Magician popped out in reverse. So when you have the Magician in reverse, this is someone doing a lot of devious things. This is chaotic type energy. This is creating and controlling narratives through dark objectives. Before I go any further, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Everything that I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment. All right, now let's get it. All right, so Magician in reverse, okay? This is someone who, like I said, controls the narrative through, manipulating in some type of way. Because it takes mastery to be the magician, because the magician manifests. They're a manifester through alchemy. So when you see the Magician in reverse, this is dark alchemy. This is controlling the narrative. This is creating the narrative if necessary. And this falls under the Four of Pentacles. So, this would be manipulating the energy that controls financial stability, controls the structure of careers. Now, mind you, we just found out that dancing on the grave of Megan's mother's story was not true. Not only was the police contacted, people contacted the cemetery. The cemetery and the police both had no idea what anyone was talking about. It had never happened. So just to think, that story could have incited the weak-minded to actually go and dance on the grave, and it was going to infuriate the masses and cause, the people who are pretty much even on the situation and don't care one way or the other to turn, because they know Black and brown people are very spiritual at our base. We, definitely believe in a higher power, and there's just certain things that you don't do. So this would be under this energy of dark alchemy and manipulation. But that's just the beginning. That's just the iceberg, the tip of the iceberg, rather. So we've got the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, it stands for celebratory energy, but it also is a third party card. So, they're turning up and they're celebrating this this win right now with Megan. But it's also showing that because it's falling under the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Swords, that this is a third party effort to, pretty much put somebody in a position to be canceled, to ruin them, to affect their money indefinitely, allegedly. Give me a second, everybody. Just arranging my cards so I can see what's going on a little better and have a little bit more room. So we got the Two of Coins and the Hermit. Two of Coins and the Hermit falling under the Ace of Swords and the Hangman means somebody's juggling with the idea to walk away from this situation, but also this is like going into think tanks behind the scenes, writers' camps, that type of energy, trying to assess the situation and figure out how to come out of this. because the Hermit is the energy of going off to yourself, separating yourself, and then coming out enlightened. So, you know, they're studying, they're investigating, they're figuring out, you know, what's what, and they're going to, you know, be very studious about how they approach the next diss track, because this is war. If it's not done right, they're going to just have to abandon ship and figure out something else to do. But this is the current energy. Everybody is trying to figure out where to go from this last diss track that they dropped, Hiss, because Hiss is a great success. It turned out bigger than they expected, but it was created to help get Megan's album sales up. See how that works? They didn't know what to do with this album, because here it is. Cobra came out and it was like it got the attention, it got people's support and sympathy, but then it came and it went. So now it's like we got to hit them hard, right? We got to make sure coming out the gate that we have something that hits the wall and sticks. But because this whole beef thing has turned into one of the biggest stories circulating, they have to be surgical with this next song coming out. So we've got the Three of Swords and this Nine of Wands, and then you got the Six of Swords that just came out, right? So this Six of Swords coming out represents leaving behind a toxic energy and moving forward. And that taps into what I was just saying about considering walking away from this. There's something that's going to come out of this that's going to cause heartbreak. And it's not a good sign when you see it on top of the Wounded Warrior, because the Wounded Warrior is wounded because he went in battle over and over and over again. So all I can say is, ladies, keep it on wax, because this feels like this can take a left turn where everybody is going to be trying to find a way to abandon ship. Ten of Wands, okay? Weight of the world on your shoulders. Why is the weight of the world on your shoulders with this Four of Pentacles and the Magician in reverse? Because once again, we've got the Spirit of Truth over here. Nicki's got something that is like napalm, okay? What is this truth that is putting the weight of the world on your shoulders? Because you got to realize, Jay-Z, this is not somebody that lets people see him sweat. So for an energy to be Ten of Wands on his shoulders and it's under the Magician in reverse, this has to be huge. I want you to see this. Now I'm still shuffling. Five of Wands. Like I said, please keep this on wax, because I feel like the energy with this can literally go left. There's something bubbling, y'all. King of Wands. Now he's a fire sign and he's a Sagittarius. So Sagittarius actually would be the first sign to come out under King of Wands. So this is a identifier card, self-identifier. And it's coming out under this Five of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Three of Cups, stating that allegedly he is the active third party, you know, that is stirring the pot. What I tell y'all, Five of Wands. I told y'all this is war. This is a real battle. The energy between these two is intense. It feels masculine on both sides. Why are they warring so hard? What is this between them that has them warring so hard? Bottom of the deck is Four of Cups, which is an unrequited offer. What is this? The Fool. Okay, so the Fool is taking a leap of faith and also realizing that something is a foolish idea or someone acted foolishly. And it's led by this Three of Swords, which brings heartbreak, the Wounded Warrior, and the Six of Swords. This is why everybody is eventually going to have to abandon this. Something is going to come out of this that's going to be really, really toxic, baby. This, all I keep hearing in my head is Lil Durk, this ain't what you want. That's not good for me to be channeling this ain't what you want. Like, we talking about going into drill music, and drill music gets aggressive, it gets aggy, it gets street. So the energy is telling me that she's pressing buttons with him that are affecting his pride. And because it's affecting his pride, it can get that way. But my angels are saying the pride before the fall. Tell me more. Something invested in is going to be an unrequited offer. Four of Cups. This Four of Cups falls with the Four of Pentacles, this Magician in reverse, and this Ten of Wands. Remember, the weight of the world on his back. So that explains the Ten of Wands, why he has the Ten of Wands, the weight of the world on his back. It's an unrequited offer. The Lover is at the bottom of the deck, which represents choice and not just lovers, or the choice of lovers. Ace of Cups and the Strength. You with me for a while. You already know this about me. If you're new, I don't just read what hits the table. I read as I shuffle. If it pops out at me, then it has, it resonates, okay? If it resonates strong enough, it will hit the table. So Strength is the card of the Leo. Ace of Cups represents not just love, but abundance and being deeply in your feelings. And then you got the Lovers, like I said, that represents choice and the choice of lovers. Yeah. It's some information that's going to come out that's going to feel like it's coming out of left field. Okay, I'm gonna try to cover her up because, you know, YouTube be playing when it come to our cards. I'll never understand this. They'll let these girls pop on the handstand, but tarot cards can get your video blocked or whatever. The Star. This is the card of Aquarius. This Aquarius falls under this King of Wands. We know that Megan is the Aquarius. And being that she falls under Jay-Z, he's giving her his direct covering. Tie this into this Four of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Wheel. Card that came out is the Lovers. Lovers falls under Five of Wands. Fighting for your lover. So he's making a concerted choice to fight for Megan. Literally, like, he's fighting for Megan in a way that he's never jumped off the porch for anyone else. The Emperor falls under the Fool, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Three of Swords, heartbreak. Like I said, he's giving her his full covering. He's going, I'm not saying it that way, y'all. My spirit guy's acting up early in the morning. He's going all in. I'll say it that way. Taking a shot at her is like taking a shot at me. Why is this so personal? Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Wheel. New actions and ideas coming through fast and swiftly. Also, this is very passionate and aggressive energy that is supposed to lead to the ultimate payoff. But it falls under the Four of Swords, excuse me, not the Four of Swords, excuse me, the Four of Cups, which means it's going to be an unrequited offer attached to this energy. And that's going to put the Ten of Wands, the weight of the world, on his shoulders, because all of this underhanded, these underhanded tactics, allegedly, that are being done to sustain stability, so something is not going to work out right. In the end, something is not going to work out right. Like, oh shoot, I've never had a card pop out and do that in life. So you got the Six of Coins, which is the card of unearned income, windfalls of money, like somebody tricking off on you, hitting the lottery. This card literally just did a backflip out of my hand and landed on the table next to the star. Bottom of the deck, confirmation. Ten of Coins and Judgment. Y'all. This is the best nighttime soap opera we've never seen. Got me up early in the morning with a cup of coffee. And this is what's piping hot. Ten of Pentacles. You see, see what I mean? As I read, as I shuffle, whatever is resonating that pops out at me will eventually come out. Falls under the Lovers. The Ten of Wands. I got cards come. Don't you hide now. The Emperor sliding up under the other cards. Don't you hide now, honey. Goodness gracious. So the Ten of Pentacles is coming out under the Lovers. This Five of Wands, which is this card of fighting, the Hermit, the Two of Coins, and the Hangman, and the Ace of Swords, the Truth. Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck represent locking in stability. Okay. It's the card of engagement and marriage, which can also represent contracts, negotiations, and agreement. So he could be dropping a huge windfall on Megan to sign her to his record label, because we're seeing Six of Coins, Ten of Coins, which could mean huge signing bonus, large record deal. Okay? Two different sums of money, both large. Locking you into, you know, a contract is like a form of a marriage. Okay? Now, I would not say that this would be wise for Megan because you're already being managed by him. And management and a label should always be separate. You should never have, you know, that's like double dipping. You should never be signed to the same entity twice. Who's going to have your best interest? Yeah, the Judgment card is falling under this Emperor, which means eventually there's going to be heartbreak that's going to come to Jay-Z. And it's going to be attached to this association down the line. Him going the extra mile for her, fighting for Megan. And this is bigger than Nicki. Okay? There's things that he's done to protect Megan that are going to come back to rock his stability. Remember, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. Everything that is said is alleged. Oh, so under the energy that is attached to what's going to rock his stability, somebody's going to come forward and tell the truth, and it's going to cause balance through a new beginning. There's going to be a lot of dark information that's going to be exposed from the powers that be. No, that's interesting. In a court of law, and this is because the highest court of them all is the court of the Most High. Now, let's tap into why the powers that be would be exposing something on Jay soon. Y'all, the Death card, this means that there will be a finality. Something is going to have to end for everything to be reset. And it has to do with a female air sign. We know the Queen of Swords represents air, represents communication, but air is, that's Megan, Aquarius. So I don't want this reading to be too long, so I'm going to go ahead and tap into the energy around Nicki. I may have to do this reading in parts, so I'll let you know by the end if this is going to be part 1 and then I have to do a part 2. Because it seems like there's way more than what I can cover in just one reading without making it too long. Spirits, angels, and ancestors, spirit guides of the highest heavenly order, tap me into the energy around Nicki so that I can see what her side of this is when it comes to what's going on with her and Jay-Z. What is the energy? Is there something personal? Please and thank you. off the top, she's coming out as the Empress. The Empress is someone who stands her ground. Okay? Empress is the highest of the queens because she represents all 4 queens in one. And no one queen can equal an Empress. Now, if you're talking about in hierarchy, an Empress would be like a pharaoh. And we all know that there were female pharaohs. You know, you had Cleopatra, you know, to name one, Nefertiti. They ruled above men. They ruled over armies, you know, like generals. And we know the Barbs are definitely her army. Okay? So she's coming out, you know, in strong energy off top. Four of Wands. So just like he is the emperor, the ruler of his castle, she's letting it be known she's the empress and she's the ruler of her castle. Four of Wands represents, like I said, engagement, marriage, and home life. Two of Cups, 10 of Cups, Nine of Cups. So we're looking at, you know, this is all her marriage, her family, and her wish fulfillment. She's all about protecting her family. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. From a Queen of Swords, but through communication, because the Queen of Swords is about, you know, using their words. Queen of Swords is someone who is a specialist in being yeah, it's early, give me a moment, come on, coffee, kick in. She's a linguistic specialist. Okay, this is someone who can take words like an airbender and use them like nobody, you know, has ever used them before. So this is her way of defending her family. This is her wish fulfillment. The Wheel of Fortune and the King of Swords. Okay, so remember I told you that Nicki has a lot of masculine energy. Okay, and that's that fire energy. I don't know the rest of her chart, but she must have a lot of fire. Fire is masculine. Okay, I want to say even though she's a Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is not even the strongest energy of fire, believe it or not, they are the hunters, so they are aggressive, right? So this is going to be, you know, her Wheel of Fortune. She's going to make a bag out of coming forward and slaying the dragon by telling the truth. And I said that from the beginning, you know, the diss track that came out, I said it myself, it was not a diss track, it was a dog whistle, it was a warning. But even in that warning, look at how her, you know, telling what was going on and putting things out there made her money. She broke her own record with a song that she really wasn't even trying on. Y'all, that in itself is hilarious. So 9 of Wands, we got the Wounded Warrior. Okay, so Wounded Warrior is somebody, once again, that goes into battle and fights and fights and fights to get up and fight again. But the Wounded Warrior will never stop fighting. They will never stop defending and protecting and going to war, going into battle. Okay? So as long as you want to go, she want to go. She good for it as long as you're good for it. 6 of Coins. the Empress. And this is going to make her a pretty bag, okay? Everybody is going to somehow, some way get paid out of this. Nicki is going to turn all of this into profit. So 4 of Cups. Yeah, this was an unrequited offer that they came for her home life. And mind you, I asked what's the energy between her and Jay-Z. So it's telling me that she feels like even with Megan coming for her at this diss track, she feels like allegedly Jay is behind Megan coming for her. 4 of Swords. This is putting something or someone to rest that came for your family, your love, your wish fulfillment. It's going to be a wish fulfillment for her to put the nail in the coffin for this situation. Bottom of the deck is 5 of Cups, which is like deep sympathy, regret. What is that attached to? 8 of Cups. So Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, 8 of Cups. This is like, oh, okay, walking away from a relationship. Explain this 8 of Cups to me. What happened with this walking away from a relationship? Because it seems like something happened between them that caused them to separate in the first place. Something that possibly had to do with business. Because you've got the Wheel of Fortune, the King of Swords, and then walking away from a relationship. So it's like she spoke up, she spoke her truth about something, and they separated over something that had to do with business, allegedly. The Devil. So she literally feels like she's at war with Satan himself. And I know that seems a little extreme, but this is like a battle with the beast. 2 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. She's choosing to go to war and battle with the beast. And when I say beast, it's not just one person. This is like a beast system. Three of Cups. Okay, so this 3 of Cups is falling under the Empress and the 6 of Coins, which means this is an outside party that is interfering with finances and financial opportunities for her. I said this had to do with business. Now I fully understand why this is so personal. So allegedly, the energy that I'm getting is that somebody cock blocking her money. And she feels like he's been putting her in positions to not be as lucrative, or has been somehow, some way been a part of or behind blackballing and separating her from opportunities of some kind. Why? Two of Wands. Over a choice she made that was an unrequited offer. So either she chose to go with like a venture with her husband, that's what it feels like. She chose to go with a venture with her husband, or she chose to follow her husband's advice. Something, because I want to make sure I get this right, because this is a baby. When I tell you this is a jumbled up mess. It's like finding the needle in the haystack. because there's so many different outside influences that have their hand in this pot. But I'm actually seeing it. She chose not to go into business with him on something. She chose to follow her own direction or her own vision for something, allegedly. Six of Wands. Yeah, move forward towards victory. Two of Cups, Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, Four of Swords. So some wanted to lay her to rest because of the choice she made to decide to choose her family. It's like maybe got it. She's choosing to build a dynasty with her husband and not go into business with him. This some old get on or lay down type energy. You don't work with me, you don't work. You're not going to not work with me and then become my competitor type energy, allegedly. Knight of Coins. Okay, so Wheel of Fortune is at the top. Told the truth, spoke your truth, and then had to separate from this relationship. And then here it is, someone's trying to slow down your bag. I find this interesting because last night Azalea Banks was saying that she feels like Nicki wanted to be a Rock Nation girl bad, and this is what this is about. But this time, Azalea, baby, you got this one wrong. He was trying to court Nicki. He wanted Nicki to be a rock girl. So it's looking like during the time of feeling yourself, my spirit guides are saying he put Beyonce up to do the song with Nicki to sweeten the pot to get her to sign to be one of his artists. Ace of Wands. So you got the Nine of Wands, which is, like I said, her battling the beast because the devil falls up under it. And then you've got forward movement and expansion, moving forward passionately. So, ooh, I don't think I'm going to touch Dez in this reading. This may have to be a part 2, guys. Let me know if you want a part 2. So now you got Judgment and the King of Cups. So Judgment and the King of Cups is telling me that this is somebody who's feeling slighted, feeling spicy, and they decide to, exact punishment because of how they feel. There's somebody salty. They're deep in their feelings, deep in their emotions. Okay, and this falls under the Empress, the Six of Coins, and the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is that outside interference. Now, Temperance, and you got the Moon here. Hold on, let's see if you guys can see this. Because like I said, I don't just read as it hits the table, I read as I shuffle. So, balance through a new beginning, through secrets, what's under this Moon. The established man that has, wealth and affluence and influence, okay? So allegedly, this person is using their influence to control narratives and to control the market, allegedly. Queen of Cups. So it's a lot of feelings floating around here, but this is a card also of intuition. So Nicki was, she's intuitive regardless of what we see publicly. I don't know if she has water in her chart. If she does, especially Pisces. Pisces moons are very intuitive, psychic even. But Pisces moon also can be detrimental when it comes to being decadent and overindulgent, overeating, overdrinking, overspending. Because, Pisces moon is like, the over the top Ric Flair energy. Okay. So you got to know how to turn it up, but how to turn it down. Bottom of the deck, Tower. Four of Coins, King of Coins. So remember I said affluent and influence. This person is stubborn, and they also are, over a lot of different situations that control, people's ability to get to a certain tax bracket. And this is falling under that Queen of Cups. And this is showing me that, her intuition, her ability to be able to read the room and figure things out. She knows and understands on some innate level that this person literally has a hard on for controlling all the people like pawns on a chessboard, and this person is controlling financial opportunities through their influence. And this is causing towers and also causing separation, segregation. But in this time, she had a lot of reflecting, okay? Because the thing about the Hermit is the Hermit goes within, learns, and comes out a scholar. So in this time, she learned a lot, okay? And that ended up being the real Tower. Had you not have pushed her into a certain energy, had you not have pigeonholed her allegedly in certain ways, she would have never gained certain information. Would never even had the time to be in certain circles to get certain things and gain certain knowledge. And that is what's attached to that Ace of Swords and his spread, that truth. See how funny things go? Like, had you not have put your foot on her neck and been trying to control the narrative and certain things and slow her down in certain ways, you wouldn't have even had her in position to learn some of this stuff that she learns that she's going to use to bring a Tower moment. Ace of Cups. So, like I said, Ace of Cups doesn't just represent love. This represents abundance, okay? And see, abundance is not just about finances. Abundance can be spiritual abundance. It can be, blessings from the Most High that are priceless. Because I don't care how much money you have, a peace of mind can't be bought. Strength. So she's going to push forward and she's going to hold it down. She's going to, pull herself together, and she's going to show resilience. But spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, I need you to explain this Strength card because I feel like something else is there. What's attached to the Strength? The Moon. What are the secrets? Uh, Seven of Cups. Okay. Queen of Wands. Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar. Ace of Pentacles. Y'all. Seven of Cups is on the front end of it. It is considering your options. Now, anytime I do a reading, and those of you who follow me, you know this. When Meg comes up, even though she's an Aquarius, her energy for me, this is my intuition, is the hot girl. And the hot girl of the deck is the Queen of Wands, because Queen of Wands represents fire. Ace of Pentacles. I told y'all Nicki is intuitive, but also she's getting information from a higher source. Remember I told y'all that the powers that be are going to be leaking information on Jay-Z. See, so many of y'all was sitting up here talking about Kelsey telling her everything. And I get where you're going with that, but this is way bigger. Way, way bigger. The scope of this is way bigger than any of you could imagine. There, you know, this is the card of, like I said, on the front end, considering your options. But for me, this is the card of libations, okay? Consuming. Whether it's party favors or drinking, being a lush, okay? Queen of Wands, Ace of Coins. Somebody very high up on the food chain is leaking information. Very, 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 very important, confidential information to Nicki. Y'all. Ooh. High Priestess. And see, there's a lot of high priest and high priestess in entertainment, because entertainment deals with higher magic. That's how a lot of these people actually manifest. Okay? If they aren't high priest or high priestess themselves, then they definitely work with one. Three of Wands, Eight of Wands. So, like I said, this is going to swiftly turn into opportunities and blessings coming in. This whole beef, as long as they keep it on wax. Six of Swords. So, this is saying eventually, once she gets her one-off, when she feels like she said everything she needs to say, this is, you know, eventually moving on from this toxic situation, moving forward, being done with it. Yeah, being done with it. Dead. Over with. I'm going to say everything I need to say. I'm going to wipe the floor with you. I'm going to drag you to hell, and then I'm going to be done, because I'm about making my money. I have to focus on making my money. So when she really gets deep off into going on tour and doing what she needs to do, she's going to dead this situation. Yep, just as swift as it came through, she's going to be done with it. What's this Three of Swords? What's this heartbreak? What is this? Okay, Two of Swords, and then High Priestess and Death. It's something has to come to an end, and it's going to be a final end. It's going to be a transition. I'm just praying that this isn't a transition through a major tower moment, because once this is all said and done, something is shifting for good. Explain Death and this High Priestess, and then I'm going to tap out of this energy. Ten of Coins. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Coins. The independent lovers, independent woman, the lovers, what is this? Knight of Cups. So, y'all, this is going to turn out financially as the gift that keeps on giving. Nicki's going to make her money. This is going to be a very successful tour. She's eventually going to cut this energy loose. She's going to cut this situation loose because this energy is very heavy in this situation. It's definitely a David and Goliath moment, I tell you that. Here's the High Priestess, the Nine of Swords. So I would say, you know, if Nicki was to hear this, don't let this keep you up and, you know, lose any sleep over it, have any anxiety over it. Because believe it or not, you have somebody shook secretly. The Independent Woman, Hangman. What is this? Six of Cups, Page of Coins. Y'all, I told y'all, Nicki want an apology for all the things that happened in the past, all the past energy. There's a lot that has been done behind the scenes that has not been spoken on, things that have not been said, things that the public doesn't even know about. She wants a full apology for all of the negative energy that has transpired. I don't even know if that's the right word. Y'all, it's early as hell. Give me a pass on, on being up too early because the coffee ain't kicking in yet. But yeah, she wants a full apology for all the things that have, you know, come about from the past. Five of Wands. And she's willing to fight for what she believes in. Now, like I said, Sagittarius to Sagittarius, the hunter to the hunter. This is why this feels like two rams clashing. It's masculine energy on both sides. He's coming for war, she's coming for war. This is like Leonidas and 300. They're both coming to battle. But see, she's treating the back and forth with Megan as a way to use it as a launch pad, so to speak, to slay the dragon. I'm going to use you as a trampoline, and I'm going to jump off of you and off with his head. Because she feels like that's who sent Megan in the first place. Yeah. So like I said, you've got the Five of Swords, the Sun, and the Hermit. So in this, I want to make sure you guys see this. In this downtime that she spent, things were illuminated to her. And this is where this spicy conversation is coming from. This is why she's coming so hard, because things came to her while she was in this moment of being ostracized. Okay, during that time when they were saying the Nicki hate train, where they were, you know, working on canceling Nicki, it was a lot that was brought to her attention, and she had to sit back and reflect. And now it's like one of those moments where you're sitting there and it's like suddenly it all makes sense. Knight of Wands, Temperance. So it's like she's coming in swift, fast, but she's not going to stay too long in this energy. But this is going to reset and rebalance everything. Temperance, there's going to be balance through a new beginning. Seven of Coins. She feels like as you sow, so shall you reap. You backstabbed me, you betrayed me. This is the ultimate betrayal. You can't come back from this. So I'm going to end this reading here, because y'all, I got a full day ahead of me, and I got to get ready for all the stuff that I got to do. But I thank you for tuning in with me, for viewing my reading, and many blessings to all of you. And this is, like I said, this is going to get down and dirty, okay? This is going to get very interesting because it's the first time that you will ever see this many theatrics attached with this many marketing schemes, employees attached to what's supposed to just be a one-on-one hip-hop battle. One side has a machine and a full team, you know, working, burning the midnight oil, sitting up with pots of coffee, coming up with ideas. The other side is more so doing this independently, and it's weird because the energy is flip-flop. Nicki is the signed artist who's doing this independently, but then you have an artist that's supposed to be independent who was doing this through a machine, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go ahead and tap out of this energy because this reading has been long enough. I am closing the portal. I got to cleanse my house, and I got to go ahead and start my day. All of you be blessed, and I'll kick it with you later. This reading is adjourned. Bye, y'all.